welcome back to Project Z Garage. In today's video, we're going to be continue working on the BMW. This is a F10 535i X-Drive, and in today's video, we are going to be focusing on the front grills. So my brother likes these. You know, he kind of likes the chrome grills, but me, I'm more into the blackout look. I think it'll look meaner, and I think it might look a little better. The car does have the shadow line package, I believe, so all the other trim that normally is chrome has been blacked out around the car. The only things that aren't are the front kidney grills and this little side marker piece here. But as you can see, everything else is black, and which I really like. I wanted to do this to the A4 too, but we never got to it. So just to complete this look, I think it'd be really cool to do a blackout kidney grills. We're gonna go with the M5 style. We're doing a gloss black, and the cool thing about this, if we don't like it, we always can go back to this, and it's a real simple procedure. The only tools you're gonna need to do this is you could do either a ratchet and a T20 star bit here, Torx bit, and in case of any of the fasteners, kind of like a crow's foot to pry on. I also have my trusty Milwaukee fuel ratchet, electric ratchet, which I love and has been an awesome tool. And just to show you what we're working with here, I got this off of Amazon. There are some big name companies that are way more expensive than this. I believe I paid maybe 60 bucks, but a lot of the bigger companies, I see them for like, you know, well over $100. And these actually look pretty good. Let's take it out so you can see what I'm talking about. And of course, everything is stuck together. Where is the front? There we go. Oh. And here we have it. This is the M5 style grill, which has the split spokes, and it's in a gloss black. I think it'll really make this car look mean, you know, especially that it has the M Sport front bumper, the whole kit. So let's get started on taking this thing apart. Now, what we're planning on doing is we're going to loosen up the top of the bumper here so that we can kind of pull it away from the car and get our hands behind it. As you can see on this one, we have a bunch of these clips that you want to pry down on behind it so you don't damage the bumper. I mean, I've seen other videos where people literally just grab these and pull on them to pull them out, but you know, you end up, there's a possibility of breaking the clips on the grill or damaging the bumper, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to take our time, take it apart, and do it the right way. So the first step is going to be removing this rubber piece here. You should just have to pull up on it and it should come off. So let's get that off. There we go. And we'll just put it over there for safekeeping. And now you see we have a bunch of these Torx head screws that we're going to have to remove, and a couple of these pop-in clips, which we're going to use that crow foot. Now, another thing that we can add to this whole tool selection is you would want to have some sort of container to hold all of the fasteners so they don't run away, because they do like to disappear once you take them off. So let me go grab a bowl that I can put this in once we start taking it off, and then we can continue removing the top of the bumper. Alright guys, so now we have our trusty magnetic bowl there. We can start taking off these clips. So we're going to take off these two here, which you just need to get the crow foot under the center piece, and you're just going to work the center up until you can get that out. And then let's do the other side here. So there's two on this side and two on the other side, and we're just going to work the center up so that we can get it out like that. right there. Let's get this side up. Take your time. Don't pry on the stuff too much. Oh, and we have one more here. So we're gonna remove this plastic piece, it looks like. Oh, that's in there good. There we go. Now you probably can get away with this being loose like this. You don't have to take it completely off. We just want to be able to get the front bumper piece off. So you probably didn't have to take that one off, but I like to keep this loose so that we can get that off. So we'll do the same thing on this side. These things, these crowfoots or, you know, split screwdrivers are great for getting these plastic clips out without damaging them, because you don't want to pry too much of them with a flathead. I mean, you could and it'll work, but this is a lot better. And again, you don't have to do this third one. I mean, this is pretty flexible, but you know, I just find it better just to be a little more slack. Never hurt anyone. Alright guys, now that we got all those pieces off, now we can start taking off these hex these Torx head screws. I said T20 in the beginning, it's actually a T30. So we're gonna put our Milwaukee tool on there, get that off. And again, remember guys, remember to put them someplace safe so they don't get lost. We got one here at the end. So altogether, we've got 6 of these T30 bolts or screws holding the front of the bumper in. Get these off. There we go. Oh, I might have to hit that one again. Lift this up. Alright, now that we got those off, this front bumper you should be able to pull forward. And you should be able to see in there, and you can see the clips. It's a little dark, but we can slowly start prying them off so that we can get the front kidney grill off. Let me set you guys up here, and let's work on getting one of these off. All right, guys, so definitely you need more than one screwdriver or some sort of pry tool. I got a bunch of flatheads and I worked my way from behind to slowly press down on the little tabs. It is a lot harder than they show you in the videos. Like, without trying to break the thing, it was it's pretty stiff. It's maybe after you take this out and put it, you know, take it out and put it in a couple times, maybe it loosens up. But if you have never removed your front kidney grills, those things are in there. And it took me a bunch of screwdrivers pressing down on each one to leave pressure on and slowly pulling on it. Also, I suggest like some sort of rag or something that you could put in and hold on to, because the back of this thing is sharp. So, or wear a glove, that always works. And you know, I just slowly started working my way and I finally got it to pop out on the top. So now I'm going to continue working my way around and pulling this out and getting to the other pieces at the bottom. But wow, that was a bit of a pain trying to just get that top part off. So let me continue working, and once we get it out, I'll show you what we have. All right, guys, so that bottom clip was a pain, but if you pull on it, whoo, my God, these bottom clips are a pain to get out. So whew, that's what it looks behind it. I know some people remove this kind of air diverter or whatever that goes to the radiator, or I guess that's the AC condenser, so you can see the bars in the back, and they would usually wrap that. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. This was already a pain in the ass enough, so I'm gonna get some cleaner. We're gonna clean around inside here while we have it open. But guys, whoever said this was an easy thing to do, it's not easy. It's not a difficult process. It's just getting leverage on these clips, especially at the bottom, to push them in so they could come through and pop out was a huge pain. And you know, even though you take the front of this bumper out, yeah, it gives you access to the top of the grill, and that came out relatively easy, the top part. But these last two here were a nightmare for me to get out. And then we also have some wires running behind here. But with that being said, we're gonna clean this up and let's put in the first one of the new grills, and then we can see you know, the new and the old, and get a good visual of what it's gonna look like once we're done. So I got you guys set up so you can see what we're doing. As you can see, this has the same type of clips, which look okay. So you just gotta line them up. Make sure you line them up properly. A push-in affair. Hopefully. It's lined up good. Just work its way in. A little brute force. Oh, there we go. There we go. little bit of a bigger gap here on the Amazon one. I wonder if I could kind of change that up. Maybe adjust it a little. But that just shows you the before and after on how it looks. So now let's start working on the passenger side and get that one out, and then we can get the final look of how the car looks with them. Alright guys, we got the other side in, and here's your first look of what it looks like. Now all we have to do is put back in the screws on top, so we're gonna put those 6 T30 screws in first, which we just did. I just tightened those up, and then we just have to put in our push clips to hold down these side pieces, you know, and then that pretty much wraps up the install of doing the front grills. Alright guys, so we finished up the install on the new front grills. Now these are the M3 style gloss black, and it definitely does make the car look, I feel, a lot meaner. Very cool. It looks pretty good to me. But if I had to give you guys an opinion of buying these I believe I got them off of Amazon. They were a lot cheaper than some of the name brand, I guess, the major companies for BMW that sell them. And you might want to go that route. It's cheaper, but you definitely pay that price, right? Because the fitment isn't perfect. It's definitely not as good as the OEM style. Well, the OEM one, there's a little bit of a bigger gap here. Maybe most people won't notice that. And it's definitely a lot fragile, or more fragile than the stock one. And it's like the actual clips are a slight bit smaller than I don't know how to put it. So if the stock clips were sliding in straight on, these are slightly angled out because it has to like stretch to reach, and then you're pushing in, so it's putting a lot of pressure on those clips. So I think if someone were to tap the bumper, let's say someone reverses in, these were definitely probably break or pop out, just for they have a lot of pressure being put on those clips that hold them in. And on this side, this one, you can see it's a bigger gap, and I could this one moves around a little bit, so I'm not a big fan of that. I might reach out to the vendor to see if maybe it's just we got a bad one, see if they'll replace it, and I'll put a new one in. It does look good. I do like the look better than the OEM one, and especially seeing that this is I think shadow line is what they call it, where you have all the places that are normally chrome are blacked out. I really do like it, and I think it matches the car better. But you know, I guess it's one of those things where you get what you pay for. It was a cheaper option. All right guys, so that'll pretty much complete this video. It's pretty straightforward, but they are a pain in the ass to get those clips out. Like I said earlier, you know, I guess you get what you pay for. These were a lot cheaper than some of the major brands, the major BMW vendors carry. So hopefully those are better made and fit better, but these were probably less than half the price. They look pretty good from a distance away. When you get up close, if anyone knows, you'll see the little spaces on the side, but they're not hugely noticeable. But again, it is what it is. We finished it up. If you like the video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, add a comment. Let me know if you like the stock grills better, or do you feel like the blackout grills better, and we'll catch you in the next video.